My name is Tyler Stone, and in roughly a week I'll be graduating from Arkansas State University with a degree in accounting and finance. Like most college graduates, obtaining a college degree requires taking on more liabilities than many college graduates have assets at the time of graduation. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to receive great institution scholarship, a lottery scholarship, and local scholarships to help cover the cost of my tuition. I'll be graduating with roughly $15,000 in student debt. I was also fortunate enough to have grandparents that have been putting back money into a mutual fund that exceeds the costs of the loans that I've had to take out to receive my college degree. I took on a job that I'll be beginning in June at a public accounting firm in Little Rock, and I plan on taking roughly $500 of my take-home pay each month and applying these towards my student loans versus taking that money that my grandparents have put back and using that to pay off my student loans. I've discussed this with them, and I want to use that mutual fund as a basis for starting a portfolio savings and investment that I can kind of always rely on and have to back that tuition in case of any emergency with my job. With my job, I receive vision, dental, and health benefits as well as a life insurance policy. I feel like right now I have the least amount of liabilities as far as having to worry about anyone else having a house to pay for or anything like that. So I feel like this is a reasonable amount of money that I can pay and focus on trying to get my student loans paid off in roughly 3 years. As far as my other assets, I was able to receive a truck from my parents before coming to college, and my dad's name is still on the title. If anything were to happen to me, that truck would immediately go back to my father because his name is on it. I just feel like this is reasonable because they help pay for a lot of that truck. And then, like I said, the student loans, any money in my mutual fund, if I were to pass away, I'd want that money to cover that and the excess costs to go to split evenly between each of my brothers. And that goes the same with my checking and savings account. Any other debt that I may take on, including any credit card debt or anything like that, I would want my checking and savings accounts to be liquidated and put towards that so I can have that paid off and nobody else has to worry about that, and then the remaining funds split evenly between each of my brothers. And then if I were to pass or anything were to happen to me prior to beginning my job, I will have a life insurance policy of roughly $25,000. I would want these costs to go to any funeral expenses that I'd have to pay, and then the excess costs to go to my brothers. And I think that would be a great start. That way no one would have to worry about spending any money on my funeral or anything like that. And then if anything were to happen, each of my brothers would almost they would receive any help financially that they would need. My parents are pretty well established, so I think it'd be better off kind of sending my money to my brothers and letting them have a good foundation to really beginning their careers and finishing up school. Because at the moment I really don't have many assets to distribute. The greatest asset I believe I have is a college education, and unfortunately that's not necessarily financially backed besides the larger cash flows to come in the future of my career. But estate planning has really allowed me to see the importance of preparing for unfortunate things to come. Even though people often don't want to think about death or anything of that nature, it is important to stay on top of it and have an updated will that you kind of focus on when you acquire any more assets or things change in life. It's important to review that many times a year and always have a plan for any unfortunate events that may occur. And I feel prepared in this area for myself and to advise to other people, friends, and hopefully clients one day in the years to come.